Right, hello, another day, another video, and following on from my last video where I took the Fiesta to a handling day with camber and combustion up on to an airfield and hammered it round. I had some issues towards the end of the day where the engine actually started dying and cutting out. I had to get the AA out. Luckily it kind of fixed itself. However, I've taken the car out a couple of times since, just in and around the area. Went for a blast with Ollie in his Fiesta and it's still cutting out. And so I've had Zach come over and the boys, and we had all of the wires out and pulled things about, trying to find out what the problem was. I thought we found the problem, which seemed to be, at the time, the plug that's on the Omex. But now it's doing some really weird things. I'll show you. Don't like starting it up because it's now backfiring, popping flames out the side exit exhaust. We bypass fuel switches and other bits and bobs in an attempt to try and eliminate potential problems. Yeah, let me just show you, see if it'll actually start up. I'm having it where when you're turning on the ignition, the fuel pumps aren't even running. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they run and don't cut themselves out, which they should do when the fuel pressure's up. I'm also having randomly the engine fan just turn on, so something's definitely not happy. Let's give it a go, see what happens. Yeah, see now, that should be fuel pumps on. Doesn't even want to crank. So, what I think I need to do is, I'm going to take the roll cage out the front half. I'm going to take the dash out, have a good look through everything, check all the earths, check all the connections where I can. The wiring in this car is horrendous and it's a real embarrassment on my behalf, and it's something that I really, really want to sort out. The other thing that I'd like to have a look into getting is possibly a new ECU. The issue I've got is I've got a big event coming up that gives me like a month to get this sorted out. So if I put a new ECU in it, I've got to get it fitted, wired, mapped before then, which with my busy schedule is quite a tall task, and I will be calling in the help of Zach. We might have to just smash it out in a weekend and hope that nothing drastically goes bad. But yeah, at the moment I'm not going to be going anywhere with this issue, so I need to try and find out what's at fault and rectify it, or pull everything out and start again. The car loom is an absolute rat's nest. Again, that needs to be sorted out. I want a proper nice fuse box, nice relays, all labelled, proper wiring to the right lengths. A nice looking, functional, reliable car loom is what I need, not some, I don't know, hodgepodge, scotch locked mess at the moment. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. Bit of a bummer really, because I had loads planned this summer with this car. Oh, there you go. This looks like more's happening. No fuel pumps though. Yeah. Oh, fuel pumps that don't turn off. Yeah, something's definitely not right. Doesn't want to start, and the fuel pump's turned off. Right, so yeah, let's get this sorted. Yeah, I tried starting up the other day and it sounded like it hydrolocked. When I was at the camber and combustion thing, when it failed and it wouldn't start, we had fuel coming out of the join in the exhaust, so whether the injectors are getting stuck open, and I'm spraying loads of fuel into the bores, I don't know. The oil now smells of petrol, so I was going to do a cam belt on it and an oil and filter before the big event anyway, so definitely not happy. You can just see this is all my attempt at wiring years ago. It would be nice to go through it all and redo it. Obviously it's not ideal if I've got to rush it, but if I rush it and we get it done and it works, then yeah, then I'll have a car with a kick-ass ECU that actually works. Let's do this. Treated myself to a Maxx ECU. I got this off of Clarke at Ignition Advantages, and I've gone for the Race option, which basically gives me all the toys. So it comes with a lovely wiring diagram, and I've also got the relay box, it was all pre-wired that Clarke does. It's all very neat for the fuel pumps and fans and stuff. Yeah, the Race comes with lambda sensor. We've got EGT plugs, so if you wanted to run individual exhaust gas temperature sensors in the exhaust manifold. It's got built-in map sensor, built-in boost controller. It's a really nice unit actually. It's like a cast aluminium, quite heavyweight.
Heavy is good, heavy is reliable. If it doesn't work, you can always hit him with it.
Quite a durable little case, decent plugs on it. Yeah, a lot of my mates are now running this, and it seems to be a really good ECU for the money, and it'll do all the stuff and more. You can run e-throttle on it. It's got a little aerial in here as well for a Bluetooth. The plan is now, if I can't get this to run as is and find the problem that's going on with it, I'm going to rip it all out. Zach's going to come over and we're going to basically blitz building a loom up for it, getting this on it and mapping it. I've taken all the gauges out. They're all in the box in there. And I've got another dashboard that Mark gave me. I'm really tempted to scrap all those gauges, all the analog autometer gauges. They do look really good, but you just end up with so many extra wires and sensors when basically the Maxx ECU can just read out everything you need to know on a little screen. So the plan is get another plastic dash. I want to cut the bottom off of it, simplify it, and have everything that I had on all those gauges on one simple little dash. And the logic is, with that, you're actually seeing real time what the ECU is seeing. If you've got a sensor for the ECU, you might as well actually see what that sensor's reading, as opposed to having yet another sensor for an autometer gauge. And I don't need all those gauges. It looks cool, but you never look at them. So I'll be able to play around with this, what's on the display on the little screen. Yeah, basically simplify everything. Have a new fresh loom for the engine with all new plugs and obviously new relays for the fuel pumps. And I think this is going to be money well spent. I don't think this is buy once and forget about it, fit and forget. And yeah, it'd be really good to hopefully show you guys how easy it is to actually install, because Zach's done a few of these now. And he can probably do them with his eyes shut. What I will do though is I need to make a list of all of the inputs and outputs and all of the bits that I'm going to try and make use of, because I'd like to try and control like the charge cooler based on air temps, all that sort of jazz. I need to make a list of all of the sensors that I need to get, and I need to get some plugs as well. So it comes with some plugs here, but I think I need to get like injector plugs, TPS plugs, all that jazz. So yeah, haven't got a lot of time to get this done before the big event, but hopefully I can get it all in, get it all running, get it all mapped, and it all works and it doesn't cut out, is the plan.